Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to Hilaal Live. Thanks for watching us on channel 347. And tomorrow is a massive day for South Africa as our legal team represents South Africa in The Hague at the ICJ tomorrow as well, and talking to us about this happening. And it's just so massive that we can say so much and talk so much about it, but our legal fraternity in South Africa have decided to show their support for the South African legal team. And chatting to us a bit more about that on the line now is acting judge and talking to us about the gathering in support of the ICJ court case happening at The Hague in Netherlands is none other than acting judge Rehana Khan Parker. Rehana, thanks so much for joining us. I really appreciate you for affording us your time.
Thank you very much. My acting judge stint ended on the 2nd of
December.
Oh, did
it? Okay.
Rehana Khan Parker to the viewers, but assalamu alaikum to everyone.
Wa alaikum salam. Really appreciate it. Big day for South Africa tomorrow. More importantly, the legal fraternity in South Africa is standing behind our team and showing their support as well. Maybe provide our audience with a bit of background with regards to the enormity of this event tomorrow.
Yes, I think the statistic speaks for itself. We are certainly looking forward to the legal argument by our well-resourced, I would say, and endowed legal team. In fact, all of them are senior counsel. So they come with a wealth of expertise in land and constitutional and international law matters. Mm-hmm. But what is very important is to understand that the statistics, and it's an estimated, I'm going to give the figure, okay. And when we hear the figure, it startles one. An estimated of 21,110 Palestinians have been killed in Gaza, including at least 7,729 children. Now, the injuries are staggering, and we're talking about 55,243. These were the statistics that forms part of the application by South Africa in the ICJ. And at least 8,000 are children. And here comes the sad part, 1,000 or more amputees. Oh. Now, if we've watched the media from the 7th of October, we were overwhelmed. I think at first we were all shocked, horrified, and then we all became numbed because we just couldn't believe that this was unfolding in modern times for us, Lukman. And I think for me, I certainly went into the numbed state. Yeah. So the concern is with the approximately 70% of those killed are said to be women and children. Innocent civilians bombarded day upon day, and every day that passes, more and more people are being annihilated and become vulnerable.
Do you find that... Sorry to interject, Rehana. Do you find that the larger part of our communities tend to only look at the statistics from the 7th of October? Do they forget about what has happened for the last 75 years? Or is that awareness so slowly starting to creep in?
I think the awareness has always been there. There are organizations like PSC and others that have always been talking about Palestine. Even our past President Mandela spoke about the freedom of Palestine. Absolutely. Even Desmond Tutu. So it's always been a conversation. And we've watched it through the years. But I think the 7th of October certainly gave the Israelis the ammunition to try and eradicate and annihilate and put their stamp on ensuring that no person is left in Gaza. Yeah. I think that is what has become so heinous. And remember, it's now right in front, it's on our phones, it's on our WhatsApp, it's on our media. So yes, since 1948, yes, it's been there. We know about we've sympathized, and South Africa has always had very warm relations with Palestine. Of course. Simply because we have a common history. We have a shared history of apartheid South Africa, apartheid Israel. And then, of course, the Palestinians gave us support and we, as our government, prior to President Cyril Ramaphosa, I'm talking about Mr. Mandela, certainly ensured that he stood with the Palestinian
Absolutely.
people. So for us, I think it's become natural that, we understand the shared atrocities. We understand land being taken away forcibly. We understand the disappearances of people and torture. But the extent that we have seen it now on the 7th is shocking.
Yeah,
Far
absolutely.
more than years before.
So we do know that the legal fraternity in South Africa is standing by the legal team representing South Africa in The Hague tomorrow. But are there conversations with other colleagues around the world? Are you in conversation? And if you are, I mean, what are some of the concerns that is raised from other legal fraternities in other countries?
Yes, so I think the first aspect would be is that both South Africa and Israel are signatories to the Genocide Convention. And I think that Israel would make, in its argument, will be making a lot out of, firstly, why is South Africa interfering? Of course, as a signatory, nothing stops. And we've seen it in the case with Myanmar, where that case was brought before the ICJ. And similarly, that it was argued that, they're not a party to what is being allegedly committed in that particular country. So I think that will be raised, but I think the papers have sufficiently dealt with it quite well. And it's kind of preempted what the counter-legal arguments will be. The other issue would be, so I think from a jurisdiction point of view, I think we've come through. I'm satisfied, and I'm comfortable that we will. We've gone beyond the jurisdictional issue, and then of course what is important is that South Africa says that it cannot sit back and do nothing. It's obligated in terms of it being a signatory to that convention to ensure that it does something, and for that we have to commend the South African government. Brilliant. What is important before before South Africa launched its case is that South Africa issued a series of warnings to Israel. On various fronts, from the BRICS fronts, from our Minister of International Relations, or as we call her, from DIRCO. Each time there were at least 5, I've counted at least 5 instances where on a platform it was said, you know what? Stop. What you are committing is genocide. Of course. The last one was when we issued that, against the Israeli embassy. And of course, Israel never responded. Of course. It went to the media.
It went on the attack. They went on the attack very quickly against South Africa. That's the one way I've responded. A couple of minutes left, Rehana. I don't want to miss out on the very crucial gathering tomorrow. Tell our audience very quickly about yourself and your colleagues have decided to embark on a support tomorrow.
Yes, so tomorrow at the High Court, the Western Cape High Court in Curran Street, we will be showing our solidarity for our legal team so that we can create awareness, so that the world can hear that South Africa might be at the bottom and the lowest tip of Africa, but we have a voice, and that we have confidence in our legal team to ensure that the argument will persuade the judges in granting the provisional protections. There are protections, I think 1 to 8 of them, but the important ones are protections 1 to 6, where we are calling upon on Israel to immediately stop with its acts of genocide against the people of Palestine. So tomorrow, please come and join us. If you are an attorney or a lawyer, please come in your robe. Your PSC will be there. We are supported by NADAL, WASA, South African Women Lawyers Association, and Lawyers for Palestine.
Brilliant. Hilaal TV will be there tomorrow covering the event live as well, and hopefully going to be speaking to yourself, Rehana, and a few of your colleagues, and finding out about all the crucial information that our audience would gather and why you are gathering as well. And hopefully your voices are heard and that people sit up and take note. But we are encouraging people to join you tomorrow. What time does it start and hopefully going to end, Rehana?
at 8:30 tomorrow till 9:30, so that we can all go and hear the legal arguments and start weighing in on evaluating it.
Brilliant. Rehana, thanks for affording us your time. We really appreciate it. And we look forward to seeing you tomorrow and your colleagues, and we'll chat a bit further. Have a lovely evening. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you very much, Hilaal TV and Luqman. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Jazakallah so much. Lawyer Rehana Khan Parker and her colleagues will be in front of the High Court tomorrow in Keelboom Street from 8:30. Hilaal TV will be there covering the event live. You can catch it if you're not in the Cape Town area, live on channel 347 or on our live stream, www.hilaal.tv. After the break, we continue chatting to other organizations making a difference, and there is a special walk for the children of Gaza that's happening in the Durban area. If you'd like to know more, stay tuned. After the break, we catch up with an organization based in Durban. You are still watching Hilaal Live.